Hello everyone, my name is Jitendra Bafna. I am a senior MuleSoft architect. In my previous two video, we have seen like how we can install Anypoint CLI or how we can set up or Anypoint CLI on your machine, and then how we can like deploy the application to the cloud hub using Anypoint CLI, and we can perform a various operation for the deployed application in cloud hub using Anypoint CLI. In this video, we will going to see a very important topic, how we can create a VPC and perform various operations for created VPC or for deployed VPC using Anypoint CLI. So let me move to my Anypoint runtime manager and let me check how many VPCs are there. So generally there is a no VPC. Okay, so for first thing, like the always what I will do, so I already shown like how we can connect Anypoint platform whatever. So I can go to see my users, I can go to my folder, under folder app data and roaming, I can go to npm. So please watch the previous video, or otherwise you will not understand exactly what I am trying to do. Okay, now I want to connect Anypoint platform, so I can say Anypoint CLI this user name. Then I have to give my username, my Anypoint platform username, enter. Then I will give a password for my Anypoint platform. It will connect. Okay, it connected to my Anypoint platform. The first command we will going to use a cloud hub VPC create, and then we have to provide the name of the VPC. So I can say demo CLI VPC. Then we have to provide the region where we have to create a VPC, US East 1. Then we can provide a CIDR block, so I can say 10.0.1.0. so you can watch my all the previous video how we can calculate this CIDR block and everything. Right now I'm just for demo purpose I'm showing it. So I want to pass this particular thing. So for business group, it will automatically take a default business group, like it will add all the default firewall rules and everything. Let me copy this command. So I'm passing, if you see, let me show you before moving to this. If you click on create VPC, right, so you have to provide name, region, CIDR block. So environment, so basically by default it will take the production environment because we are connected to the production environment. Okay, then it will take the default business group and all the default firewall rules and everything. So I will not create the VPC from here. Instead of that, I will use a command line interface. Copy this command, execute here, say enter. Okay, so it should create a VPC. So let me reload it. It will create a VPC in US East region with a CIDR block of this. So it created a VPC. There are two firewall rules, like how many firewall rules, organization and everything. So it has created a VPC. You can see that a demo CLI VPC. Then let me check everything. So you can like add the environment. So it haven't took the environment, we will add that. By default it will take business group, so it take we can add the firewall rule. So I will show you how we can add that. Okay, so we will see how we can add the firewall rule and internal DNS. So it has created the VPC. Now I want to assign the environment. For assigning the environment, we have a command I can show you. So let me first add some firewall rules. So basically for adding the firewall rule, you can say cloud of VPC firewall rules add. So firewall rules add, and give the name of the VPC. So this is my name of the VPC. Okay, and give the CIDR block, so which we have defined. You can give a protocol equals to HTTPS. Okay, and from port I can say 8091 or 8092. Okay, so these are, so basically I'm saying I want to add some firewall rule, but for this particular VPC 10.0.1 HTTPS 8092. So this is my VPC. Okay, VPC CIDR block. So I'm saying like whenever I deploy the application on port 8092, which will accessible within this particular VPC and over the protocol HTTPS. Let me execute this command. Okay, it must be small letter. Let me check. Just give me a second. I think I'm selecting the wrong protocol. Okay, it should be TCP. I'm sorry for that. So I'm very really sorry for that. So it should be TCP port. Okay, now I want to add 8091. Okay, so I can add multiple. If you can refresh, let me refresh it. So you can, like that, you can add more and more firewall rules. Okay, so you can see, this is HTTP private port, HTTPS private port, HTTP private port, like that. So you can see some firewall rule, but also I need to add some other firewall rule for like you can see, like 0 dot. So I want to accessible this particular port 8081 from anywhere. So I can say like this, 8081. Okay, let me do same thing with, I want to add 8082. So let me refresh this. So you can see so basically this HTTP 8081 is our allowed anywhere, and HTTPS port 8082 is any. That is how you can add a more and more firewall rule. So basically, you have to pass the VPC name, what is the protocol, what is the port number, and you have to pass the CIDR block. So 0.0.0./0 means everything will be allowed. This means like this particular application when deployed on 8091, it will allow within this particular VPC. Okay, the next thing, like I want to assign like cloud hub user environment, something like that. So just give me a second, like I'm like showing you, if you want to add environment. So I want to add the environment. Okay, cloud hub VPC. So you can add, so what command you can use, a cloud hub VPC environment add. So let me copy this particular command. Okay, enter. So basically what you can say, cloud hub, you have to give a VPC name, demo CLI VPC, then you have to give environment name. Okay, execute this command. So what is the command? Cloud hub VPC environments add VPC name and the environment name. Okay, so let me check whether my environment has been added. The next command we will see, I need to describe my VPC. Copy this and paste this here. So describe my VPC. So here you can see the environment has been linked or associated with that particular VPC. Let me describe my VPC. So it will describe the VPC, what is name, what is region, what is CIDR block, how many firewall rules, how many environment, such kind of things has been, it will describe. Then apart from that, like if you want to list all the VPC in your environment, so you can use cloud of VPC list. So okay, list all VPC. Okay. Okay, so next thing, not next. So now if you want to delete any firewall rule, so let me go to command. So you can go, you can search all the command. So basically if you want to get describe the firewall rule, okay, so you can go to this particular command. So this will going to describe a firewall rule for your VPC. Let me copy a VPC name. It will list down all the firewall rules. So these are the firewall rule, from port to port, like that, everything is available here. So these are some default firewall rule available. Okay, so now if you want to remove any firewall rule, anything, so simply you can see, use this particular command, remove. Okay, you can enter it. Then you have to provide a name of VPC and index of your firewall rule. So what is the, I want to remove this 0th firewall rule and the 3rd firewall rule. So I can say 0 index. Then the next I want to remove this 3rd firewall rule. So I can say 3rd index. Then I want to describe again my VPC. Copy this particular VPC name. So I want to not describe VPC, I want to describe the firewall rules. So I can use cloud of VPC firewall rule describe. So now it have a few firewall rule. So okay, so it has removed that this particular 3rd. Okay, and okay, I've done some mistake because once you delete it, so index will change. So I want to remove 2nd again. I want to remove a 2nd firewall rule. So in this case I can say 2nd. Enter. Okay, let me describe it again. So I want to add one more firewall rule. So basically 8 for 8081. So I can say 8081 protocol is TCP, and I can say 0.0.0.0/0. Okay, then describe your firewall rules again. So you can see all 4 firewall rules here. Let me go back to my Anypoint VPC. And finally, like if you want to delete a VPC, you can use that command also. So basically it's everything is there, so cloud of VPC delete. So you can see business group, you can see only 4 rules are remaining. Now next thing, let me delete a VPC cloud hub VPC delete, and name of VPC demo CLI VPC. VPC is deleted. If you see in VPC, there should be no VPC, everything has been deleted. Okay, so I hope you like this video. So how you can use Anypoint CLI to perform various VPC operations. Okay, I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please click on like and subscribe button.